Hi team, happy to be here. I'm Nusrat here. I belong to the QA team. So hope all of you are doing well. And today I'm here to present a topic on API and API testing with SoapUI. What we will be seeing here is basically what is API and API testing, its advantages, and about a brief intro on SoapUI and how do we work with SoapUI. So let's get started. What is API? Have you ever wondered? We always use the term API, but not the full form. So it stands for Application Programming Interface. So how does it work? What the API does is it sets rules to communicate between different software applications. So and it exchanges the data between different applications. So that is what API does. Basically, if you want to know the actual implementation, it is basically a middleman between the UI of a software and the database. So I can give you a very common example that we are using nowadays is basically the third-party application login. So you can see whatever application you download on your mobile or you go to any website, you always have a section login with Gmail or login with Facebook or login with any other social media accounts. So how do you think that particular application that you're using logs in with your social media application? It is basically through API data exchange, where the data of your identity is being exchanged with help of API. So we are talking about API. What are the types of API that are available? There is SOAP, XML RPC, REST, and JSON RPC, out of which you should have commonly heard about SOAP and REST. So both SOAP and REST are commonly used APIs, and the most basic thing is that SOAP has a restriction of using only XML, whereas REST can use HTTP, XML, JSON, and other formats as well for the data communication purpose. Next, we go to what is API testing. So what is API testing is, suppose you have a project which is under development and you have the core functionality ready, but you don't have the UI ready. Basically, a tester needs a UI to test the application. But in this case, with the help of API testing, you can directly test the interface through applications such as SoapUI. So that is where majorly SoapUI and Postman, so API testing applications are used for interface testing, direct interface testing. And this is also majorly used for integration testing between multiple applications. So before even the entire user interface gets ready, you can have a core functionality testing as well as the integration testing completed with the help of API. And how does it work is that you have a set of data requests which you hit to the URL, which is the endpoint URL of the particular software application which you're testing. Then it gives you the results based on the request that you have given. And the testing is compared by checking the outcome of the results, if it matches the expectation or not. So what are the advantages of API testing? By now, like you would have known that we don't need the user interface. That is one of the major advantages of API testing, and it is very faster when compared to the user interface testing. If you, for example, you take 20 test cases, 20 to 25 test cases can be easily done in 15-20 minutes with API when compared to the user interface testing, which will take a lot more time. So these two are the major advantages of API testing. So coming to the SoapUI, the tool which we are going to know about with regards to API testing. So SoapUI is an open source application, and it is developed by SmartPeer in 2005. SoapUI is very user friendly. Of course, we can perform functional test cases. It is also used to perform security testing, load testing, and mock API testing. And there's one more major feature in SoapUI, wherein you can have assertions on the result set that you get, to automate the API testing to check if the expected result is been achieved or not. Next one. I'm just giving you a basic overview on how to perform a basic API test with SoapUI. First thing is you have to create a new project and then add the WSDL. WSDL is nothing but web service description language. So it is the format of the request that we are going to use for that particular endpoint that we have. And then we give the required parameters, and when we run the test case, it gives us the desired result. So here you can see this is SoapUI. This is how it looks like when you go to a SmartPeer portal and download it for free and then install it. Installation procedure is just the general one that we follow always. Once you're here, you'll see a blank page. After that, you will have to click here to create a new SOAP project. You can mention any project name and WSDL. WSDL is nothing but what I told you. Like, it is the URL for the endpoint of the application. So here you can see this is the WSDL URL that I've used to load this particular sample application that I'm talking about. So here you have 4 requests: add, divide, multiply, and subtract. For example, we are in the first request, and these are the this is the request format that is there. This is basically XML format, and the first is parameter A and the parameter B. For example, it's a very basic example, but then if you give any value that you want based on your test scenarios, when you run the test case, this is the response that you get. So 200 OK always says that the request and response are fine. And to check the response, you click on XML, you can see it says 66. So this is the expected results, and this is the same way it works across all the requests as well. So I think I've covered basics of SoapUI and API testing. If you have any questions, please do let me know.
Hi guys, thank you for watching. I had an amazing time learning all the new things here at SpecBees TechX. And if you did too, do let us know in the comments below. Keep following SpecBee for the latest trends in technology. See you in the next one.